Greetings and welcome to Nathan Lyle Official. If you've never seen my face in a video before, my name is Nathan Lyle, and this is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. Today, I am doing a new installment of something that wasn't supposed to be a series, but now I'm thinking it's gonna be. It's called Madden Stories, where I tell you stories about me that I came up with playing the game of Madden NFL. Because I love football. I don't watch the real thing as much as I used to. But in the meantime, I've continued playing the game of Madden, and there are some very interesting storylines that have happened here. Now, for those who don't know, who you weren't there for the last one, or you just don't remember, I'm still playing 2012 Madden on the PS3. So keep that in mind. Second of all, I've been playing Madden now, since I was a kid. At least 12, possibly earlier. I think the first time I played it might have been like 8 years old or something, but I've been doing it very regularly since I was like 12 for like 23 years. So I play on all Madden, and the majority of the time, honestly, I'm going 19-0. And I'll still lose sometimes, and we'll have some storylines where I do lose, including this one. But we'll get into that later. So this specific story is going to be about a franchise that I created called the Toronto Extremes. It's an original franchise that I created like back when I was like, maybe, I don't know if I created it when I was 12. Maybe I was. It's one of those ones that like every time I get a game of Madden, the first thing I do is create this franchise. So our first season, we went 12-4, mostly on the strength of our defense, and I mean that legitimately, because our quarterback was Chad Henne, and he had 23 touchdowns and 46 interceptions. It was a long, hard road. It was a long and difficult season, but it ended with a championship, so I can't complain. The following season, we made some revamps. We focused mostly on the offense, and when I say I mean, okay, we picked us up a QB, Marek Sinicola. This guy is supposed to be the face of the franchise. And even though we did lose and he did have interceptions, he played well for a young guy. But then he got hurt in week 2 and would miss, I think, 6 games in a row. So side note from later, Nathan, as I'm editing this, I can't show you the stats from Alex Smith, Richard Cole, or Chad Henne, because they no longer seem to exist in the game. So I'm assuming they retired. But so yeah, you're just gonna have to trust me on those. So Marek gets injured. He gets replaced by fellow rookie, later draft pick Richard Cole, who gets injured immediately. And so we bring in our third string quarterback, Alex Smith. Yes, that Alex Smith. He was actually, funny enough, the last person cut. He was a guy that it was between him and a backup safety, and I was like, we'll probably need the backup safety more. He was literally the last person I cut before the regular season ended, but then Marek got hurt, and I'm like, all right, let's go pick up Alex, get him back. Then Richard gets hurt, and suddenly Alex is in the starting lineup, and he doesn't perform horribly. He does great. Unfortunately, in this game, he does not have an arm at all. And so his longest play of the season was a 33-yard bomb to Julio Jones in the back of the end zone. That's it. The deep pass was gone. We did not have a deep game that year. And Julio had one of the worst seasons of his career. But regardless of how pretty it was, at the end of the day, the team was undefeated under Alex Smith. Marek comes back healthy, and he's playing half decent, and he immediately gets hurt again. Alex comes back in. We're winning every single game, and Marek comes back, but it's the end of the season. We've only got a few games left, and everything's pretty much locked up. And I'm like, I don't know this guy. I mean, he's clearly talented. He's the future of the team. But I don't know how to win with him. I don't know what we're capable of right at this moment. I don't know what plays to call for him. So I'm like, we've been winning with Alex. Let's keep Alex in the lineup. So I made the decision to leave Mark on the bench and let Alex go in there and keep winning. And you know what? He did. We went all the way to the Super Bowl. And that's where things get really interesting. We go into the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier if it wasn't obvious. I used fantasy draft when I created this franchise. And we have a battle of concepts. And I mean that literally because these two teams are built entirely opposite. My team is built defense first, and the offense is there to almost support the defense. And this other team is built with an explosive offense and a defense that can make plays when it has to. And each team is built differently as well, because we have the same three starting defensive linemen. It's a 3-4 system. Same three defensive linemen. 3 of our 4 starters are back at defensive back, but we do have a rookie corner. But he was, I think, a second-round draft pick. And our defense is built with an elite D-line and an elite secondary. Our linebackers, we got 1 rookie, 3 second years. And their job is basically, to support the other halves, to come in, support the undercoverage so that our safeties and corners can provide over-the-top coverage, or to attack the line on a blitz, get through on the openings that the D-line provides. They are not playmakers, but they're put in a position on the team in the way we call plays that they can make plays. And on the other side, their defense, their cornerbacks suck, their safeties suck, their D-line sucks. However, they have Terrell Suggs, D'Amico Ryans, and Sean Phillips. And the worst thing about that is, Sean Phillips was on our team last year, won a Super Bowl with us, and I had to trade him in order to just free up some cap space. Then on the offensive side of the ball, once again, we're built entirely opposite. We are a team that's built with the best O-line. We've got 5 Pro Bowlers on the O-line, and we got an amazing running game. We've got some elite receivers. Our entire offense is built to protect our QB and make his job as easy as possible. And the Eagles had the exact opposite team. Shitty O-line, no running game to speak of, horrible receiving core. Their best receiver was the tight end Brent Selnick, who had an 83 overall. But they were still very successful, and you know why? Because their QB was fucking Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, there's a lot of little storylines involved in this game, which is why I'm taking time to talk about it. And this is only this specific game that we're talking about. Actually, no, there is one more we'll mention. But for this specific game, it's because, you've got Aaron and Alex, they were drafted the same season. You got, like I said, the battle of concepts, 2 teams that are literally built polar opposites of each other. And of course, you've got Sean Phillips, a guy who won a Super Bowl with us last year, who's now on their defense, hoping to take us down. The game starts, and for the first quarter, it's pretty even. No one can really do anything. Though one thing that didn't bode well, I remember this so very clearly. We have Ndamukong Suh on our team. He gets past the line of scrimmage, has Aaron Rodgers dead to rights. Aaron ducks down, Suh slides over him, and Aaron delivers a 32-yard strike to Selleck for the first down. And that's one of those moments that's just like, holy fucking shit. Today is not going to go our way, is it? Second quarter, Alex Smith throws 3 interceptions. We go into halftime down 24-3. Yeah, it wasn't good. So I figure if we're gonna lose anyways, at least let's get our young QB in there. So I throw Mark in there. Figure, hey, at least you can get some good experience of playing against a solid defense. And he mounts an incredible comeback. So damn impressive. But we're able to keep getting closer, but we can't quite finish him. It's late in the fourth quarter, and we're down 35-38. Marek has played incredibly well. I think like 184 yards and 2 touchdowns, maybe. Something along that line. It wasn't like the most impressive game ever, but he played very well in the situation. And we're knocking on the door. Like literally, we're down by a field goal. We're at the goal line. We're like 6 yards away. We got Vernon Davis. He's done so incredibly well for us, no matter who is throwing to him. He runs 4 yards, and it's an option. He can either come back or go to the end, not the end zone, to the sideline. He's running to the sideline. Marek. Marek throws a floater to him. I'm thinking like, okay, this is going to the end zone. Okay, he's got the lead. He's got the guy beat. But apparently Sean Phillips has some really fucking long arms, because he caught up to them at the sideline and gets the ball out, just catches it out of thin air, and runs all the way to the end zone for what would end up being the final touchdown of the game. And that was the second interception of the game. And this motherfucker ends up winning Super Bowl MVP. A guy that was on our team winning with us the year before ends up beating us to get MVP in the following season. It was heartbreaking. We did have a chance to come back. With like a minute 22 left, we were at the goal line again, and Marek tried to do a floater to the back of the end zone to Julio, but it got picked off. The corner picks it off in the back corner, which I've never seen anyone out-leap Julio, so maybe he just didn't get enough air under his floater. I don't know. He threw 2 floaters. They both got picked. So that's that game. Following season, Marek is actually playing so incredibly well. He's one of the leading candidates for MVP, but then he gets hurt. He plays 10 games and then he gets hurt. He's on injured reserve. Alex is still on the team, but I decided, you know what, let's give Richard Cole a second chance to see what this young kid can do. I put him in the starting lineup. We're winning all of our games. We end up getting the Super Bowl. Yay. Following season, finally, Marek is healthy. He plays the entire season. He's an MVP candidate. He makes the Pro Bowl. He plays so fucking well for us. He goes on, we win the Super Bowl. I'm thinking everything's peachy. He's over his injury issues. We're doing so well. Guess what? Man gets hurt again. I think I might have misspoke a little in the last clip. He got hurt in the playoffs. And so we go to the Super Bowl and Brandon Godwig is our starter. So we've been to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, and our starters have been Chad Henne, Alex Smith, Richard Cole, Brandon Godwig. So now we're going into the 5th season, and honestly, I'm looking at this kid, Marek. He's good. He is so good. When he's at the top of his game, he puts up MVP quality numbers. He could be the face of the franchise, but he's constantly getting hurt. And so we start the season and he's underperforming, and the following year will be the final year of his contract. I don't want him to walk, and we wasted all that money we invested in him and all that time and effort. But I also have doubts about whether or not he can be the face of the franchise. So he's underperforming, and the second he gets hurt, even though he's technically capable of playing, the second he gets hurt, I put in the backup, a rookie, JJ Wright, who his numbers aren't amazing, but he plays well. We win. And so the following year, I trade away Marek, make JJ the starter. I legitimately go into the season thinking, this is it. This could be the one to break the spell. JJ could be the guy to finally start 2 Super Bowls in a row for this team. But he was underperforming. He's got way too many turnovers. He's not connecting on the deep pass. We're not doing well. We're winning, but we're not doing well. And I have a lot of doubts about whether or not we can perform once the playoffs come around. And we are being completely carried by the running game. So I pull him. pull J.J. Wright in favor of a new rookie, and Tyler McRoy. He plays well. I'm not sold on him at first, but he plays well, and importantly, as the season progresses, he gets better. He's throwing less interceptions. He's developing that deep ball. You know, he's looking like a good, solid choice for QB. So we got another controversy on our hands, and we go into the playoff, and Tyler is the starter, and then he disappears, and we are struggling, and we damn near lose. But we don't. We managed to pull it out because I put JJ back in the starting lineup. And suddenly, just like that, the man seems to have found his groove. And you know what? He did it. He did it. JJ Wright holds on to the starting job for the rest of the season. We end up winning the Super Bowl, and JJ Wright becomes the first QB to start 2 Super Bowls in a row for us. And in the following season, I traded away Tyler because I wanted to avoid any quarterback controversy. I'm like, we're all in on JJ. I love JJ, and Tyler is probably a better passer to stand in the pocket and deliver the throw. But JJ's a better playmaker, and I feel like he's a better fit for the team and what we got going. And so that's where we're at now. It's preseason. I'm not playing this franchise right now. I'm playing a different one, but I'm looking forward to coming back to this one and seeing what happens. That's it for this video. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you think about it. If you want me to tell more stories, even if you don't, I probably will. But that's it. My name is Nathan Lyle. Until the next time you see me in a video, I hope you have a great day, week, month, year, however long it ends up being.
You smoked all of it, didn't you?